right, welcome back, and finally FPL Pulse Talk have an house full after probably 4 game weeks. We are back in game week 22 after a much needed break from FPL. I think we all have been juggling, facing the burn and the most toughest side of FPL in the recent weeks. And I'm joined with my best mates, Vimar, Suraj, and Aman. I wanted to start with Suraj. He's been off our pod for few weeks now. Suraj, how's been FPL for you lately?
FPL has been very bad, to be honest. But yeah, in general, it's been good. But nothing to cherish on like last few seasons have been. This season has been completely different, and let's hope the second half we gain the ranks, get back into 100K. Let's see.
Yep. Aman, any thoughts to share?
Yeah, man, it's been very tough. It's been very tough season. It's yeah, we were. I think it's been a common theme now. Like every game week when one of your players in your team work, it feels like every other player who's not in your team has also worked out, and you're still at the same rank, or rather you're some a few places poorer off itself. So it's been that kind of a tough place in terms of FPL. But yeah, I mean, we're all like on the plus positive side, there's a half of the season is almost just a little under half of the season is still left, and one full set of chips is still left. So there's hope, I would say. It's just that the margin for error is decreased a little bit now. You need to get those things a little bit right with a high hit rate. Uh, that's the only thing that has changed. But still, I think for all of us, we can still hope to finish between under the top 100K at the least. If we're on the right side of the swing, maybe even top 50K. So yeah, hopeful in that sense. But yeah, it's been tough, man.
Yeah. Vimash?
Yeah, I mean, same for me. It's I think Aman already mentioned the fact that if you have somebody who's returning, I think most of the other managers have players who are returning double of what your player is returning. Then you are ending up in a very tough spot. But there are a lot of game weeks left, and I think if we use our chips wisely and just uh, like kind of head from here wisely, I think it should be okay. And earlier this week we were discussing on our group as well. I think it's important to save transfers right now because of a lot of variables in different teams right now. A lot of things happening in different teams: sackings, players, signings, players leaving, injuries. So it's always advisable to. I think it's time to focus on saving transfers right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think to sum up, I think on one side of like 5 game weeks back, I think it felt like the season was getting in on track, and then it's obviously the players you don't own, and when their ownership increases and you are not backing them, you feel like that is not going to work out. And it's also the big FPL names, like the names that have worked out for us in the past seasons not shining. Typically Saka being there, and then Rice doing what Saka was supposed to do. Thiago after 6 blanks, then turning up against us. Aman kept faith in him, so kudos to him. But then Ekitike, I think somewhere those 5 free transfers also played on our head, that we felt that luxury is too good to be ignored, and kind of took the season in a different direction. And I think the learning is again the same, and what we've been advocating in our past seasons, and
Yeah.
like when we started this pod also, like patience plays its rewards in FPL sooner or later. So I think that should be our play.
Yeah, I
Okay.
hope that reward is an Ekiteke hat trick now.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, if next game week, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the theme now. So again, quick plug on the fantasy football scout members area, and you can avail the subscription 5% off. I think they've reduced the price for the half of the season left. So on top of that, if you get 5% off, so That's also a decent place to be in. There are new features around eye test, so there is a members area beta testing being done around some video clipping, so that also provides you an eye test view, a really good view to have. Projections are again very much in line with the best tools out there like FPL Review, or you have Solio. So the projection FF Scout are also more or less similar. You won't see any difference, and that's how one of the key tool that everyone has been leveraging in terms of the usage. So all those things can be accessed in the members area of FF Scout, and we hope to keep partnering with them next season as well. All right, so let's talk about a helicopter view, basically the next 5 game week, and just want to get your thoughts on like like this is our theme. In usually, like we want to understand which teams are the best teams to target. So I just want to take your guys' opinion. Like this is sorted by difficulties already. We are seeing Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth up there, having the best run, starting game week 22. But do you see fixtures play better? Like fixtures play still the thing in FPL, or is it still like I'm like in the recent game weeks we've seen form has a better upside to fixture play, regardless whether it's a tough game or not. Like players are turning up against big team as well. So what's your take? The players you're looking at, like maybe we can pick some teams. I mean, you can go ahead with Chelsea and give us a good view there.
Yeah, I mean, so it's always going to be a combination of both. I think you can definitely not ignore the fixtures right now for some of the teams such as Chelsea specifically coming up after a couple of game weeks, starting from game week 24, and so as well as Aston Villa, their fixtures are going to improve a lot. I mean, even from this week onwards, I feel that their fixtures are good enough. And then obviously you have Crystal Palace somewhere around 24, and even around 26 more so. Their fixtures turn for the better a lot more. So yeah, I mean, we'll have to be mindful of these teams, and there are certain players like in recent history, like keeping faith in Thiago, despite his streak of 5 blanks, he's finally ended up returning. So those kind of things are also something that you need to be mindful of. So a few players like uh, uh, maybe Wilson from Fulham, he's been doing well despite a run of mixed fixtures. So and I expect him to continue to do in the similar fashion. So those kind of picks become interesting despite whatever fixtures. Something interesting I think will be around Liverpool, wherein there is neither a clear form from anybody, nor there are clear run of green fixtures, but it's like a mid table. So it would be an interesting discussion in this pod on Liverpool. I'd be interested in looking at that. But yeah, I think definitely do not ignore the top teams in terms of fixtures.
Suraj, any take on Liverpool, like the form or like the players you're looking at? I mean, from an eye test, I feel like Ekitike and Watts are starting to get along really well. So, do you see that theme and like FPL players picking them?
I'm like from FPL point of view, I'm not sure, very sure about words to be honest, because he's not taking that those many shots as such. He's a great at building up the play and creating chances, but his shot output is not that good. When it comes to Ekitike, even the half chances are getting converted. I mean, like that. I think I was looking at stats. He shot out of the last goals that he has scored. Sorry, out of the last 5 goals that he has scored, three came from less than zero point 0.3 xg, which tells you something like that. He's clinical, and if you've seen his technique, he basically majorly hits the grounded shot. He's very good at them, and that increases the chances of goal conversion for him, and that's the reason we have Ekitike in our team. But coming to Liverpool, you can bet on at least scoring 1 or 2 goals. But is that enough when compared to the price point you get for Liverpool assets? I don't think so. If I'm also interested to look, given that Salah's great form in the AFCON. Does he continue that in Liverpool? If that is the case, everyone will jump the guns to bring in Salah.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Is Salah available for the next one?
not really. Like he'll
No.
be traveling this weekend back, so he'll be available for the Bournemouth one.
One.
That was expected. I mean, like even before he went to AFCON, it was expected that Egypt might end up in semi-finals and then maybe finals. But I think
Yeah.
it's more or less likely that he'll be back for the Bournemouth game. But right back into the squad is going to be one thing to watch. But given the injuries we have, I think he should be there.
Yeah, but I think in terms of you asked everyone about Liverpool's form generally, I think Liverpool's form has started to turn now. In my opinion, I think they drew against Arsenal away, and then the last game they won 4-1, right?
But again, the
Yeah.
Arsenal fixture, like this was, I think in last 4 years, this is the first time we haven't had a shot on target in a Premier League fixture.
That's
So
true. I mean, not having a shot on target against the best defense in the league right now is okay, and again, drawing at their house is a good sign, in my opinion. I mean, they obviously went to win, but even a draw, nobody expected a draw in that game.
I mean,
At
like looking at what's happening right now with every club, even draw or like these away results. I mean, United had three of their best players not in the squad, one from injury to gone to AFCON, and he kind of navigated those games, and that's what was anticipated. But he, like Amorim, couldn't stay in his role. So I mean, like
yeah,
if Liverpool go on again a couple of defeat, you never know what's going to happen in the larger scheme of things, how things are changing. But I expect like a Burnley and Bournemouth win and the Newcastle City. Like I see a defeat in 34 or 25, which could put the managers of Liverpool assets. But then after 26 onwards, they go on a suboptimal fixture run. Like Sunderland is there, Forest is there, and I think in 29 or 30 they have Wolves also. So it's a decent run to have Liverpool asset post that. May or may not be like a lot of discussion is happening around Game Week 24 wildcard. We'll discuss, have a template in place for that as well in this spot. But it'll be interesting to see whether people like those assets. But a take on like a lot of managers have Virgil, and I mean I think you still have him or not. But a lot of managers still own Virgil.
No, I
So
sold him for Gabriel
okay,
actually.
okay. So like thoughts on that? Like, is it because I think this fixture is
Yeah,
this and the
I
next fixture.
mean, you hold on to every Liverpool. Yeah, next asset is easy hold, right? Like it's a dream
if you have
fixture
him, hold.
for
If you
anybody.
don't
Like,
have him, don't buy.
yeah, but you're not gonna. I'm definitely not invest in Liverpool defense at any given rate. Uh, they've
Out of
been
all
not
teams, they
keeping
got a
clean
clean
sheet.
sheet against Arsenal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
but I
definitely not
mean,
too trusted. Yeah.
I'm not even impressed. Like now at right, Liverpool have not been keeping clean sheets, and even City are struggling with their defense. Like their top, for the first team players, the first team defender, center backs are all injured at this moment.
right.
So even their defense is looking very shaky. So
Correct.
defensively, clearly there's just one team at the moment where which you can completely bank upon. That is Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
out of the three or four players you're including the goalkeeper, if you're playing, definitely you have to have two Arsenal out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But and other than that, I mean, you're just speculating who might do well in the upcoming run of fixtures. There's no clear
Yeah.
winner. I see people talking about Crystal Palace defense in a few weeks. They're talking about Chelsea defense in a few weeks, but Chelsea itself is not looking solid at the back recently, right? We ourselves we have conceded a lot of goals in the recent few games. So, but yeah, I mean, you again, and then we don't know how the rotation will work out. In those matches, whether going with Chalobah is a sure shot. Way to get into Chelsea defense or not. Maybe the best way is to get Sanchez rather.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so I feel like how earlier in the season it was a very clear template. Like Senesi was there, there was a Crystal Palace defender. A lot, most people had Richard, a few had Lecroix, and a few had Munoz, and then there were a couple of Arsenal defenders. That was very clear template. Right now, apart from Arsenal, it's up in the air. Is what I feel. There's no guarantee of clean sheet. So the best thing you'd probably do is just go for sure shot defcon defenders, so that at
Mm.
least you are sort of nailing
Yeah,
those defcon points, if not anything else.
yeah,
That seems to be, the general strategy right now.
correct.
Mm.
Yeah, even with
And
Arsenal, just coming to Arsenal also in general, I think a lot of people have this dilemma between Rice and Saka right now, and half the people who are holding Rice are not selling him for the fear that if they get him for Rice, Saka will return, and vice versa
Yeah.
too. So I think that's a very big dilemma because you can only do so much with the data, right? In the end, there is a bit of luck as well, right? Like
Mm.
you have to wait it out also. So I mean, yeah. So there's no clear cut template right now. I think 3-5-2 is still fine right now, or even 4-5-1 for that matter. But yeah,
If I have to
nothing.
like take your opinion on these teams, let's say we'll start with bottom. Brentford, do you
Yeah,
feel like who do you feel are the assets that can still be held on to? And now, like my pointer is more around players in form, not primarily dictating based on fixtures, because we have to balance our teams. That I think 6 or 7 spots are going to be with the players who we believe are good FPL assets, never mind what fixture
correct.
run that they are having in the future, right? So with Brentford, I think Thiago is there. Any other name pops out to you guys from that team or like could be a good asset? Like Sade has been.
Keller,
Only Sade Keller is there, but
Shad.
that's the thing.
bro,
Brentford don't have
he,
very good run of fixtures. I think they'll concede in almost all these games.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
But
So
I've seen like so I had the option of going Keller or Sanchez. I went ahead with Sanchez. Keller, his I think 12 points ahead of Sanchez, even after keeping less clean sheets because he saves penalties
yeah,
every now
yeah,
and then.
he saved three
But yeah,
penalties.
yeah.
Insane.
so
Yeah.
I mean,
But I
with
mean,
4 points, like
would you trust the keeper now with that upcoming form? Like for me, I think the more important question is definitely whether the only one player I'd seriously be thinking about would be Thiago, especially because he's already in my team. So whether to keep him or not after the next 2 game weeks.
yeah,
I feel he's good for Chelsea. I feel he's good for Nottingham Forest at home. But post that, there's a question like, do I free up funds from that position, or do I keep faith in him? And it would be even difficult if he ends up scoring in any of the next two, right? Like that will make the decision even tough. So, but
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm not
but
seriously
I think
considering,
like
he will
my
good score in
doubling up
all the
on them or
considering
anything.
my
his form. If
my
you
thought
even
is my thought is like I think you can move Thiago if someone is right now on a Thiago Ekitike Haaland structure or Haaland Ekitike GUI structure. I think game week 24 is absolutely a dream window to get Groupie if he is going to be starting more games now. Looking at last 2 games, Bournemouth, I think his minutes are drastically improving. So a good pick from 24 onwards. If you look at Bournemouth run, Wolves, Aston Villa, Everton, West Ham, and I think even it's
Yeah.
even better in 28, 29 as well. So that's a take.
okay,
Any players from Wolves? I don't think so. Any Wolves
So,
assets shine out.
oh, this guy,
no,
no money as
Mane, yeah.
a budget. Yeah,
yeah,
right.
as a budget pick, you can, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
If somebody is going with like maybe a 3-5-1 or of, you know,
yeah,
that kind of a structure maybe, but I would not probably pick like there's I've seen a few templates where they are, the talk is to even go with two cheap forwards. I'm not so
correct.
fully convinced with that structure, honestly. I mean, it's a it's a fair shout. You can have a dream midfield with that
Yeah.
kind of a structure. You can have both Saka and Palmer.
Correct.
So that's the advantage of going that way. But yeah, I mean, still,
Not
I
very
would like
appealing.
to have an option of moving to another pick apart from Haaland always.
I think if Salah comes back into the discussion, then this template that you are suggesting, Aman, will also be important because then you'll need
Mm,
more funds there.
Haaland plus Salah, yeah.
I think Salah will
Now,
have to do quite a lot to get into
Yeah.
templates now.
So
I think
he'll
he'll have to
have,
score hat
yeah,
trick or something. He'll have to do
consistently
something
plus.
massive.
see, considering he scores on an average 20 goals per season, and I think he has scored what, 6, 7 now. He still has 14 to
Previously,
score
he
in
scored 14.
14 game weeks.
That
Yeah.
will be
It's
mad
tough,
run.
looking tough.
Yeah. But yeah, coming to Newcastle, given that Visa is fit and scoring as well,
So
I think
we
Voldemort.
can
Bruno,
do it
Bruno
this
Guimaraes
way.
is the
Maybe
key.
like maybe one of us can say the players you can buy, and one of them you can say who are avoid or sell. So maybe Suraj, you want to take a stab on who to buy in Newcastle.
Newcastle, I would go with Gordon, but that's the thing with the
Don't go with
forwards.
Gordon.
I'm not sure when you have other midfields who can do better with the same price. I think I would go with them. But Newcastle, I would say none of them. But you can sell Voldemort if you have it.
For
But
sure.
Not
Like
worth it to, yeah, hold him for that amount.
I think owning Bruno G makes sense. Like even on Wildcard from now on, I feel he's also a very fixture-proof player. Um,
Yeah, Bruno G demands respect.
Yeah. But
Bruno G.
with Bruno, do you think they will keep on getting penalties? Also, I think he's third in line for penalty, right?
He's third in
yeah.
line, but Visa, like I think it's either Visa or Gordon. If Visa is on pitch, I think he's also higher on the rank than Bruno.
Voltemade also.
Voltemade
Voltemade is
also,
also
yeah.
on
Voldemort.
So yeah,
pens
I'm
and
saying
Gordon
like
is not there.
striker are number two, Gordon is number one. Either of Visa or Voltemade, and third is Bruno G.
Yeah.
So depends who's like he was lucky to get in the last game because none of them was on
Yeah,
pitch.
right.
Yeah.
But other than that, like if you see his outlet of points, it's very similar to Rice among the corners. Newcastle good from set pieces.
Yeah.
He's also popping in the situation like similar to how Rice scored. So it's like that kind of scenario where, and he's a 90 minutes guy. So it's like minutes, X minutes is the thing that is like the main KPI that I think is driving most stable
Yeah,
teams
but
right
I
now.
think I think just to add on there, I think Bruno G, whoever has owned Bruno G has been extremely lucky in my opinion
Yep.
because in the last three goals, one has gone in through a corner. He's taken a penalty that should have gone to Gordon had he been there, and I mean the third goal I don't remember which one. But I think Bruno G owners have been really really lucky, and I'm not sure how long this luck will last. But if you have him, just hold on to him. But I
Uh,
essentially wouldn't buy any Newcastle asset except probably a
yeah,
defender. I would like consider, but even they are not very
they're not keeping
reliable.
clean sheets, and
They kept one
the
clean sheet.
injury
Whereas,
to,
yeah, Thiago
yeah.
returned and people knee jerked into getting him, and then the next week he gets a -1.
Fair
I
share.
think Calvert Lewin is someone to consider. When we get to Leeds, that's something else. But he's in a
I
terrific run of
have
formation.
DCL, and
You have?
thanks to Oman. Yeah, thanks to Oman, I have DCL.
He has been returning in each and every match almost. Like it's very tough to
But
like.
the problem is, I sold Thiago to get in DCL.
Oh, so that if one player returns, the other player will double your points.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. So,
And yeah,
So,
so I Spurs can be a like a 2 game week punt if someone's on a wild card for 24. I think, but I don't see any pick. Gallagher might not just straight away
guys,
start in.
There's a recent development apparently. Tottenham have initiated talks with Crystal Palace for Adam
wo-
Wharton.
Yeah.
yep.
So
Like,
if it happens, it can solidify their midfield to another level.
yeah.
But I think like right now it's an avoid. Other than like couple of
Yep.
maybe defensive picks like Van de Ven can work out in the next 2 game week as a
Mm.
punt, but nothing then comes.
Even recently, like murmurs about Van de Ven not being happy at Spurs. Even
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is
So
apparently
this
looking
was after
for a
a
move.
podcast he had with I think Sky or something or BBC where he
Mm,
mentioned that why he liked Ange's tactic more, which was like free flow attack, never mind how much you're gonna score, whereas Frank's is more of a conservative approach to the game.
right.
So that was the criticism.
Right.
Let's go to
But
So
yeah, I
United
coming
mean,
then.
I
to,
think
So we
most
have
important right now,
yeah.
yes, United.
So
Like the next two fixtures are the darkest reds one any team can face in the whole season.
right.
You're having
darker
City
than
at
our
home
skin
and
color.
going Arsenal
yeah.
away.
And
So
But
avoid for now, right?
and
And get
Uh,
and guess
Bruno
what?
in 24.
Bruno
Guess
is the only guy. That's it.
guess what? They are like saying, Carrick, you are on board now for City and Arsenal.
yeah,
It's
like
Oh,
it's.
So
so,
I
but
mean, I'll
like
I love
Oh God.
how it went from slot out to two, three other managers getting out. I mean, this is just unbelievable. I've never imagined it to happen, but yeah, that's
But
football.
Bruno and Ahmad are back. Most likely one of them is going to start as well. So
No,
that's
they're not yet. I think Bumo and Ahmad are not yet back. They're gonna play for the third, fourth position match, right? And then they're coming back. So I'm not sure whether they'll be able to make in time for any training sessions, even right in the next couple of days. How quickly they'll be able to be on the pitch, and how much time even Carrick will have, to
but
slot them in. But yeah, I mean, there's a good chance they feature still. I mean, you never know.
so like, is it viable to go Cunha to Bruno now or maybe in 24?
No, but I think they're back. Mbumo and Diallo are back.
Yeah,
Are
even
they
I
like
read that.
back in Carrington?
Yeah, they're in training.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Even I read that they'll be in
Yeah, I
contention for
mean,
the.
they only if you can probably move to Bruno Fernandes, then I think moving Cunha to him is like a genuine shout if you have that money spare, uh, close
Yeah.
to 1 million. But yeah, I mean, other than Bruno
I think
Fernandes,
to
I
save
don't see any
transfers,
other player.
Cunha should. No, I think to save transfers, I think Cunha can be a hold for now as well for the next two games, just to wait. I think that's what
Yeah,
I think Varun also mentioned earlier. Game week 24 is the golden game week. I think that's when everybody
yeah,
Yep.
needs
yeah.
to make
Yeah.
changes.
I think you
I,
can you can get one defender from United because they're from 24. They're Fulham, Spurs, West Ham, Everton. Might get two or three clean sheets
I wouldn't
or a
bother.
I don't
goal
think so.
I wouldn't ever
apart
I don't
from
think
bother.
so.
Dallo. No,
No. He was the
Dallo,
he was the most criticized player in their, this FA match, FA Cup match in uh right, like against Brighton that was, and he missed almost all of the sitter chances sorts, and uh he should have actually scored in that match. So, I don't trust at them at all. One for clean
but
sheet, two even for
yeah,
attacking return,
only
not so
Dorgu.
sure.
I think you can keep Dorgu for attacking returns if you want.
Even him right now, his position is at threat because everybody's back. So earlier
Yeah,
they didn't have anybody on the wing, now they have their entire team
correct.
back. So whether
you're
he'll
right.
be even part of the playing starting 11 or not, it's unsure, it's not
I
clear.
agree. I think
Yeah,
yeah, we'll have to wait.
yeah.
But that's why I said just keep your assets hold and just.
Let's.
And if anybody's
Let,
planning a Game Week 24 transfer, I think it's best to like hold transfers, get 4 or 5 free transfers, and then wildcard in 24 to have free transfers with you going forward.
Yeah,
right.
would be
Sometimes
interesting how Carrick sets up the team also, right, to
they say
understand in the
4 at the
next
back.
two.
But we
So
know,
yeah,
Yeah,
but we have seen him
yeah,
in the interim role. He's four at a
yeah, I
he
back
did.
mean,
and Bruno at 10. He's preferred that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
Good for
anyway,
Bruno then.
let's move to
Uh,
Nottingham. I don't see
let's
any.
skip Nottingham.
Yeah, skip Fulham. I think
Fulham only
Wilson.
will
Wilson and
only will.
And
Anderson is again a season hold.
Yeah,
I feel.
what about Raul? What do you think?
No,
not
Even
really.
Raul has returned. No, no. I mean, Raul has returned almost every game. You remember, Aman, like
Yep.
when
He
was the
has,
I
but I'd rather for the same price, I'd rather go for Wilson than Raul.
yeah,
That's why. Like, it's imagine like filling up your forward spot for the same money versus filling up your midfield spot. He'll get you an extra point also for every goal scored, and in the case there is a clean sheet, he gets an extra point again. So definitely
right.
value for money. Wilson is better than Raul, and Wilson is playing like he is their talismanic player right now. Everything
yeah,
is flowing through him. Like he is the one who's trying to take shots from anywhere on the pitch. So I'd rather trust Wilson, and I don't think there's a need for a double up, except
Yep.
yeah,
unless you're also looking at Anderson, which
hmm,
I feel is again like a season hold.
Yeah,
Correct.
with the fixtures, yeah, you can bench him if he can be your fourth or fifth defender.
correct.
Right.
with
Skip
Sunderland, I think.
Burnley. So
Only
yeah,
Yeah, Sunderland.
Sunderland.
I think Mukiele and Elderete are
Mm,
yeah,
also like
yeah,
cheapos
yeah,
you can have.
and even Zaka
Yeah,
if you have
yeah,
that 5 million slot.
Enzo
I mean,
Liffey,
correct.
Enzo Liffey is on penalty, so again a good on that 5.56 million price point.
Yeah.
right.
Leeds,
Leeds,
Aronson.
DCL.
Aronson too is a good shout.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aronson recently have performed. better,
Yeah,
but
no,
long.
he's been doing fine the whole
Yeah.
season, but it's just that there you have to keep a lot of patience with him. So he will
Yeah,
return like a 10 pointer or a some or even blank, and then sometimes like until the last five matches, like his minutes were also very up and down. He
Hmm.
was starting and then he was not, and then recently he's been starting again. So yeah, I
right.
mean, for 5.4 million, wouldn't you rather, Vimarsh, go with Wilson over Aronson
I already
if you
have
had
him, no?
to? Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean Aronson is there, but like if I have to seriously say whom I'll be bringing
A good
in,
shot. If you look at his returns, he
Yeah,
wasn't playing too many
he's a
here.
good shot,
He's
but not a serious pick, I would say, from an FPL.
hmm,
that. I mean
very
that.
like ultra differential pick,
Yep, yep.
ultra differential.
See,
I
if,
mean,
if
you
with
already
this
realized
team,
the trades are not working. So I mean,
I'll pitch it one point over here. So if you pick DCL, the thing is he's the bonus magnet as well. He gets the
yeah,
bonuses.
agreed.
Uh, with the same price point, I would go with Calvert Lewin because
Correct.
striker position fixed. He's the only striker in that team. Everything comes to him to score a goal. So bonus plus the goal scoring opportunity.
Got it.
Yeah,
Aronson has more assists. I think he has 6 assists and 4 goals. So
correct.
he's more of an assister.
Do you think it's the right time to buy DCL, or has the train
No,
gone?
I think it's
Hmm.
again like fixture proof. He's
Is he
getting
Yeah,
those odd goals. Leeds is getting that odd goal even in the match they are not playing well.
correct?
So,
Correct.
and his minutes look secure. He's on penalties. I think
Right.
it's a good shout now.
Would you pick
Yeah.
DCL or Thiago at this point of time?
Thiago.
Hmm.
but Thiago's fixtures are tougher than Leeds. I'm not sure
But
But I
why
I
don't
think
think
Thiago.
Thiago
he's
cares
just a
about
better
the.
player. He's just a better
Yeah.
player in terms of
He's just scoring left, right, center right now, and I just regret selling him. I mean, even again with Thiago, 6 weeks not returning, 5 or 6 weeks. I think everybody
29
had
point swing. If those who went from Thiago to Ekitike in 18,
correct.
it was a
Yeah,
29-point swing.
exactly. So it was again, it's just a game of fine margins and choices.
Yeah.
So
With Liverpool, I think Ekitike is a good shout. Wirtz and Soboslai are also in
Wait
the
and watch.
yeah, but I
yeah,
think
Wirtz has been doing well actually,
but
Yeah,
I
minutes
am
might
but
be
I
not
missed.
from FPL point of. The problem is from FPL point of view. I'm not sure. He's not a
hmm.
yeah.
point
I mean,
magnet as of now.
but yeah, he like so what I noticed like in your FA Cup match, there was like a very interesting partnership happening the moment Ekitike came onto the pitch. Like even he provided the assist for the Wirtz's goal. So
Both
they're playing very much in tandem. So I would
Yeah,
he is a decent option, I'd say, unless like I'm sure like everybody will start hopping onto him if he gets like two mega hauls, like two 10+ pointers in the upcoming fixtures anytime, then everybody will start hopping onto him. But as of now, like the only player I'm seriously considering is Ekitike
yeah.
from
yeah. I
Liverpool.
mean, even if Words gets a good haul, I don't think it will be without Ekitike's involvement in any of
Yeah.
them. So I think Ekitike is the person to hold. The
Right.
others haven't done too much of their work. So yeah, I mean,
Let's go to
Okay.
City, and I think City is tricky, man. Like
yeah.
for
O'Reilly was the biggest.
no, but how do you see Semenyo's move? Like he started to been in the goals into is he a
Yeah.
void? But I genuinely feel he's a void right now.
I
Yes,
don't
I
know,
think
they
he's
man.
injured.
started to. So will he start now again in on weekend? Is
There's
what
been
I'm trying
enough
to
gap.
understand.
Like they've had a lot of rest between the last game and the next game when they'll play.
Hmm.
But the good part is there might be a few leaks, so it would be wise to just hold on to your transfer till the last
Yeah,
moment, and if you have some information you can take that kind of a decision. But I do feel that Semenyo improves City's attack a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah,
Yeah.
he is so versatile, so he can play in any part of the pitch up front. So that is an advantage again to him that he's so playable as per Pep. So if the minutes are looking secure, then it would be an interesting discussion, because right
Yeah.
now in terms of number of points, he's second amongst the midfielders. So and it's not like that he's lost his form, considering he scored 2 goals in 2 matches since he's joined City.
Yeah.
So interesting. Like, would Guardiola bench of informed player?
Yeah. What do you think about Haaland with the Pep's comment coming out? Like,
Yeah,
we
I
need
think
Marmos back.
But I think it's
his
not
minutes are gonna
but
be
not in
managed a
PL.
little
But
bit.
not in PL, I feel.
Yeah,
Hmm.
PL they have a shout, like they can still
Yeah.
chase down Arsenal if like
Yeah.
they
Right.
get a
true.
bad result. So
I think
Champions League is where
City,
they can
Haaland is
go.
on field. The others are just wait and watch.
So
And
Haaland and Foden. Foden numbers are good, but the output
he's
But
not
didn't
returning.
come.
Like I think it's
yeah,
time
he's
that he
been
should return.
frustrating.
He should return
Yeah.
before
He has
passing
a good
Right.
Foden.
record against United, so
If
I
if
would
you
say
have him, hold him. Don't sell him now.
But with
Especially not United game.
yeah, exactly.
With O'Reilly, I think it's time to move on. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It was a bad decision to get him in the first place. I mean, data dictated otherwise, but he hasn't returned at all.
Yeah.
I think it's a
So I'm
good time to
more.
get Aston Villa assets if you haven't
Yeah,
already.
Villa. That I was coming to that. So
That's
Villa,
the
we have Rogers and Watkins.
yeah.
I brought Rogers. Now I'm regretting. I should have brought Watkins instead.
No, I
Why?
think Rogers is a
they
great
pick
pick, to be
properly
honest.
Or
funded.
Like,
should I
when you
should I double up?
You can.
yeah, exactly. You can double up.
They have a good run of
And
fixtures.
and if you don't feel Watkins is returning, you can easily move him to anybody from Thiago
Yeah,
to
Yeah,
Ekitike.
yeah.
right. Yes. Okay. Villa is done. Will you go Villa
What
defense?
about
I don't
Matty
think so.
Cash from
Cash,
Villa? What do you guys
good
think?
shout on wild card. I think. Yeah.
Like, I had him for some weeks. It absolutely depends. Like if you got him at the right time and you got lucky, but
Yeah.
not reliable because Villa defense is not reliable as of now. Unless they're
Agreed.
playing at home against a
Right.
mid or
But
low grade.
just look at their fixtures starting from game week 27,
Yeah, then you can
right?
get
Like,
him.
so not so far off from 24. 24 is also Brentford at home, then they go away to Bournemouth, and then Brighton at home. And from 27, they have like a genuine good run of fixtures. And to
Yeah,
be honest, Cash's reliance is not on clean sheets, rather, but
returns.
then yeah,
Attacking
goals
return.
and
Right.
attacking returns, exactly. So that's the bigger appeal.
Yeah, but the
So
thing is, if he
I'm still
returns, I mean, he's returned in matches where they've lost their clean sheet, so he doesn't even get bonus. I
I
think so.
still feel an Everton defender will outperform a Aston Villa defender
Hmm.
Possibly.
in
Yeah.
the same price point.
Yep.
Currently, I think we should go cheap on defense. Apart from like you have Gabriel Timber and maybe one more. Otherwise, all the rest of the two should be cheaps.
yeah.
Yeah, you have Mukiele, Elderete kind of
Yeah.
thing. So always an option there.
Anyway,
Brighton,
So
others are giving 2 pointers, not more than that.
with Brighton, I think the biggest pain has been Minte, even with the fixture and never returned. Welbeck is not short starter.
Verhoeven has been a good pick.
Pascal Gross is back, so like if he is on pens, then he can become a pick. Like that could become a case to point when you're in game week 24 because they have a decent run. I feel in at least short term is a decent run.
Right. Okay.
Arsenal
Coming
top
to
Arsenal three. Let's keep space for Arsenal three. We have I think that question and dilemmas as well, so I'll keep that space there. Everton.
No one as of
defender. That's all. I mean, Keane is got a red card, so he's out. But yeah, wait for
I'm
Keane.
not
I
so.
mean, I don't think you
I
would go Tarkowski. He's
I've never
I don't.
been like so confident of Everton defense as much as everybody else has been, and to an extent, I have been proven right in the last few game weeks at least. Not so sure about the
But
upcoming one, but like, would
those
I
who have
buy an
held,
Everton defender? Not really.
those who have kept on to them,
Like,
I
see,
think.
Keane is a sell anyway. He can't play 2 matches.
Yep.
And if you have Tarkowski, I feel like there are definite you'd definitely be thinking about moving him on to somebody like a Chaloba
Yeah,
soon enough.
yeah, yeah.
So Everton defenders are not really a buy as such.
Yep.
I agree.
West Ham, I think Bowen shouts out. I
Yeah,
think
Bowen.
there has been talks about Paqueta leaving, so it even makes Bowen a
Yeah.
slightly bad pick. But interesting. Fixture run is good, but I don't see any
No, but
picks.
like actually makes it better. No, he gets the pens now.
Yeah, I
Yeah, he
think
does get 10, but I don't think they're playing too well. I mean, they lost to West
Yeah.
Ham for what it's
Exactly.
worth. I don't trust West Ham. They can win one game, Bowen can return in one game, but then he'll go silent for some games.
yeah.
So no point in
But he's
Yeah.
a
opting
good
get
FPL asset nonetheless. Like
Yep.
even with the bad
Yep.
team, he's proven he
correct.
can like
But
a
you
four
just have to
five
time
point
his
guy.
returns, and that's tough. So
Hmm. Okay.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth,
Tennessee.
interesting is I think Tavernier has kind of risen as a punty pick now, given Semenyo is out, he's starting, Clivert is out. So he could be on potential penalties as well if Van Elson is not on pitch. So uh, that is
Um,
also good there. Krupi is a good shout. But again, like all these things what we are talking about, I think this fixture is good than Liverpool. But maybe from 24 onwards, if you are on wildcard, I think one Bournemouth asset will help.
yeah, I
A
think
Krupi Senesi, a Krupi Senesi combination.
Tennessee is if you have him, just keep him because he returns here and there. He gives an assist or a clean sheet or at least DEFCON. But even with this guy Tavernier, I think Tavernier has just come into the picture because I think Ben Krellin or somebody had him in his team, and then people started just posting about him. I don't think he's
No,
returned
no,
anything. Four,
but
3 assists. So
but it's more like if Semenyo is not playing, who's taking up that duty, right? So
yeah, but
it's
do they have the skill set to take his place? Is the point?
may or may not be not like same as
Not an
Semenyo,
exact match.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not.
he will take up some share. Is only case to point.
Hmm.
Palace, I think Sar will be back after game week 23. So again, like game week 24 onwards, he could be in discussion.
Yeah.
So
Are Palace defenders a hold for people who have them?
yeah, I am holding on Richards.
Yeah, I
Even I'm
think
holding,
definitely they're a
Holding.
hold.
Yeah.
even I'm
Yeah.
holding Richard.
Listen.
So yeah.
And then
Fair
By
Chelsea.
the what about Gay? What's happening over there? I didn't follow the news.
So he
No
wants
idea.
a
Right.
summer move now. He doesn't want a winter move, is what his camp is saying. Because right now there are four teams in contention with Bayern Munich, City, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal are fourth, but Bayern and City seem to be leading ahead of Liverpool right now. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen in the winter window. Although it might change. Like anything can change there as well.
Right. Who's pulling him to Bayern?
Although
Kane.
there were discussion around Wilson as well. So Silva was asked this question, what is Wilson's future? So he said, I am not too sure, but my effort will be to keep him post the window as well. So you never know, a deadline move,
Hmm.
a good shock move maybe on cards with him.
Hmm.
Are
So
there any clubs interested in Wilson right now? Are there any talks of any club?
I
I mean,
am
not that
not
I
PL,
know of, but
not PL
yeah.
clubs I've heard of. But
Okay.
anyway, then Chelsea, I think Enzo is again back in discussion. Palmer with his minutes managed is very doubtful, but Chalova is clearly the best defender. I think even from
Palmer should be fit right now. Like how? Like
no, so Rosner
Yeah, I
has
mean,
said
he's still recovering from groin injury.
there was
Hmm.
some thigh issue as well. I think Rosner pointed out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
are they just
And
protecting him and calling some minor issues and
there will,
showing?
yeah,
There were
yeah, no, but
talks of United opening
protecting him.
talks with Chelsea for
What?
For?
Palmer.
Hey,
Okay.
Palmer.
come on. You already have Bruno, so are you selling Bruno then?
Bro, I don't think you need a Palmer profile right now. You need a central
Yeah.
defensive
No,
midfielder.
we need whatever we can right now.
You should be opening talks with Adam Wharton
no,
We are
in
Directly
very
Crystal
ask for a
Palace.
trophy, no? Directly ask
we
for
are
trophy.
I
Why,
know
no, we
why
are
why
what
very
to ask for
I
players?
I know what they need. They need a
trophies are
ownership.
definitely not. I mean, we need trophies, but we have a lot of them already also.
They need
But we
Oh.
certain.
definitely need it for
Uh-huh. Somebody, yeah, yeah. Somebody woke up cocky today.
All right, good discussion on player, good discussion on player picks. So like just transfer trend, but I've hidden the forward one. But there is a good call out there. Um, so the if you guys have to guess who is the most bought and who is the most sold pick of this game week, Aman?
Most bought. Probably Rogers right now.
No, Vimarsh. You
Thiago.
have
Thiago?
to you have yeah. Thiago is the most bought and most sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give.
Yeah, KTK.
Cunha.
Oh,
Ekitike. Oh,
this
Yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's the
I
most.
hope, I hope he like hauls
What is
massive.
he? Is he going to be benched or something? Yeah. So, are
Hey,
they?
No, no,
AKTK.
no, no. He played 30 minutes, so I'm sure he's gonna
No,
start.
we don't know for sure whether he'll start. By the way, he was on the bench only for FA Cup match
I
also.
need a hat trick from him now. It's getting too much now.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no certainty he'll start or
but
not.
But
against Burnley, I
any
think he'll
any
start anyway.
surprise on the defender inward movement that we are seeing Gabriel
The
again
thing
from?
is, apart from Gabriel Timber, I have no idea who to go with. Like, there's no clear cut pick
I think
that I want
Chaloba
to
for
go.
me is. I am even thinking keen to Chaloba this game week. So
I mean, Chaluba
Yeah.
was a good pick as long as at least Maresca was there. I don't know how they're gonna play now. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna return now.
No, we're gonna play
Just going
like
to wait and
obviously
watch.
the whole idea is resting on a solid defense at the back, and then uh, Rosenior's plays style of plays uh like very attacking and entertaining. That's the kind of
Correct.
brand of football he really wants to develop at Chelsea, and that's the kind of football he's been playing at Strasbourg.
imagine
So
not
I
conceding those two bad goals yesterday.
exactly the
And
Yeah,
you know
game
but
would
what?
have looked very different.
Chelsea's
Yeah,
no,
goals
the
were
exactly.
far way better than Arsenal goals yesterday.
correct. But the only allure with Chaloba is the fact that he was scoring goals also, and I'm not sure if he will keep them at the same rate as
You
what my
look
point
at the
is. We
fixture
we
run,
did
right?
also like
Like, if you look at the
You might
fixture
get
run,
DC, DEFCON
if you
points.
look at the fixture
That's
run,
all.
West Ham, Wolves, Leeds, and Burnley, I don't think any team is going to have
from
a better.
24. From 24, yeah, yeah,
No, even
correct.
but as an entry point, this is also fine.
Brentford is also decent.
I think
At
Brentford will
home
score
as
against
well.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other? I think Collins is also a good shout from Brentford.
Yeah,
But
and I don't
now,
know if
as we
very
discussed,
badly written.
mm, that's a knee-jerk reaction, right?
Yeah,
Like, if you look at their run, they're in the bottoms about in terms of the fixtures,
fixture
upcoming
difficulty,
fixtures.
right?
So I would not be very like the last. Literally, why would you want to invest in Collins?
Exactly.
So Foden is sold by 255K and bought by 244K. I hope the ones selling it are not buying again. So for a hit. But yeah, Foden being sold most. So this is again a place where we can gain lot of rank because 450K transfers out this week, and I think we had roughly 300K last. So a lot of managers moving away from Foden. So this could be a game where he could a haul from Foden could be a good rank improvement. And again, Ekitike also in the same radar. Rogers has been sold by few and bought by few as well. So again, I think the midfield transfers top three are decent. Like it's the good trend. Like
Yeah.
Wilson, Rice, and Bruno might also be a theme on 24 wildcard as well. Maybe with an introduction of a Chelsea
Yeah.
player as well, Enzo or Palmer or anyone whoever shines there.
People are buying Turkey. I'm planning to sell him.
Yeah, Cherky has minutes
Yeah,
also.
Cherky minutes are even more. Yeah, he will have
Yeah.
to share it with Semenyo now
Uh,
also.
yes. Okay, let's move to forwards.
Forwards, if you have to look, let me just.
No, I think it would be Thiago. Is there any different insight apart from
I think
Thiago
Mane,
and KTK
it
moving out?
was
yeah,
Ekitike
Mane,
was the
DCL.
the only shining point for me that he's been the most sold player this game
that's
week. But
very
DCL
strange.
Yeah.
again is there, Watkins as you mentioned. So
Yeah, all of these are decent picks. Thiago, DCL, Watkin, KTK. Not sure of
Yeah,
Voldemort. I won't go there.
yeah,
yeah.
Ekitike is the second highest transferred out player this week. up till this point.
But he's also the fourth highest transferred in. But his transfers out are nothing compared to his transfers in.
He
Fourth
is not
highest amongst
fourth
forward.
Forwards, among forwards.
Correct.
amongst
Amongst forward.
forward. Yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
amongst overall, he's like way behind,
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
Yeah,
behind.
just 64,000. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, let's move ahead.
I think the
So
only forward people are really bringing in is Thiago, and the next one is basically Calvert Lewin.
yeah.
Hmm. Yep.
Okay, let's. I kept the stats section mainly to answer the questions we had, but I just wanted to give a preview on the, and this is from FPL mate Dan on FPL, like YouTube, you must have heard. So he has prepared this view to just give an idea of the potential double and the blank game weeks that are there. So 26 could be a double game week for Arsenal, and that's why having a triple Arsenal structure might work from 24 onwards. Even from now on, I think people are already have two, or some already have three. So it's just that what is the right three combo that you will have, and like whether you have that right three combo. Raya is starting to become a headache for a lot of managers because there seems to be a higher upside with like a two Gabriel Timber and Saka, or a Gabriel Saka Rice kind of structure in your team. So again, this is dependent on if Arsenal qualify for the final, which again looks on the edge. So it could be game week 26, Wolves versus Arsenal, and again this could become a triple captain discussion if, let's say, Saka shines in these 2 weeks, or even Rice is performing well. So could be a triple captain game week, because I think the other game they have on 26 is was also decent. Just let me have a look. So Arsenal are facing,
That's Brentford away.
yeah, so Brentford and Wolves. So it's a decent like
Yep.
discussion to have. And then we have 33. It's potentially for a lot of teams it could happen. It based on how they progress in their UEFA competitions as well as in the FA Cup round. If
No, it's also won't it be depending on this one, the EFL Cup final,
Yes,
because that is in game week 31, which would then mean like at least four teams will blank in
yeah,
that week.
yeah, and it's
So
all are,
definitely,
because all are going to be PL teams. So it's most likely it is going to be a double, but how many teams double is like that is, and the other uh, factor there is the basically the other competitions that teams are playing in. So that is a thing to watch, and then we will be having our blank game week in 34, and that is again because of 33 being double, and the fixtures being played on those dates that fall around 34. So that is where FA Cup semi-final fixtures get played. So how many PL teams play that FA Cup is going to be there. But in near term, I think most of the people would have played wildcard to manage for these. So I don't want to dwell more into this, but it is interesting that game week 26 could be an Arsenal double, which is the key thing to discuss.
So the chip strategy is clear from this, right? Game week
But
33
I think
bench boost,
with
34 free hit,
yeah,
and 36 triple captain, which means game week 32 wildcard.
yeah.
yeah.
A quick view on the projected fixtures of projected scores and outcome for the next game week. So Liverpool clearly on top with, because they're facing Burnley.
Do you think
Arsenal,
Liverpool will score three? Like they have struggled against low blocks. Like we have struggled a lot.
if they play the same way they played versus Barnsley in the, like, I think
Uh,
they can score.
I don't think Barnsley. You can compare Barnsley's game with Premier League game. Like I
Yeah,
have seen, like the goals that we scored. Even Ward's goal that could have easily saved by goalkeeper in PL.
but yeah, I'm just saying in terms of how attacking we were, like if the way it's just about playing a free flowing game. Like Watts is
Right.
playing freely, Ekitike is playing how it was playing at the start of season. So if we see those same things, then I think it is we can score at least 2 goals. I see
It
coming
should be at
from.
least a 2-0, in my opinion.
Hmm. Yeah.
But City United again, like it's on Trafford with the new manager, Carrick,
Yeah,
and
anything can happen.
and
Yeah.
Bruno being
Yeah.
Yeah.
back, so it's very tricky to.
Bumo is also back, right?
Yeah.
Bumo.
Mo Diallo, last time Diallo also did well against City.
I
So
think, yeah.
Mm.
With
let's see.
City backline, I think the whole City backline is injured. I think Diaz is
Ruben Diaz
injured.
is gone.
Guardiola is injured.
I don't know why
Guardiola is gone.
Brighton is being given 1.94 versus Bournemouth. I don't think they are that bad at away,
Yeah.
but
No,
Chelsea is fire. Chelsea
Bournemouth
seems to.
definitely concede more away from home.
Yeah, they're
They,
bad away,
so
but
yeah.
I never thought they are so bad that markets are just saying 1.94 to Burnley. But yeah, again, Newcastle
No,
plays.
if you see their recent results, they have actually been conceding quite a lot of goals,
Yes.
right? Like they conceded two from Spurs. Prior
So
to that, they conceded three from Arsenal.
if I'm looking there, XGC in last XGC per 19 last six is above two, which is the worst, second worst in the league. So
Exactly.
that makes sense that Bournemouth has.
Imagine Brentford scored 4 goals against them, when they went away to Brentford. So if Brentford could score four, I think
Yeah.
Brighton can definitely score two at least.
Hmm. Markets are ruling for an Aston Villa comfortable win, Arsenal comfortable win, Chelsea win, which again will be interesting to see who plays where they play. Because I'm thinking if Enzo might be a pick for this game week, but we'll discuss that as well. All
Yeah,
right.
if you have to bring
Guys,
him
if
long term,
Palmer
you can think
this
about it.
if Palmer is back, do you think João Pedro performs
I think Joao Pedro
again?
drops now. I think
So
he's been. I don't see him fitting well. Last game also, I think once even when he was moved forward, then Chelsea started playing better. But when he was the pivot in the center, he was not working well in the first half.
yeah. No, also it's honestly not clear like how will Liam Rotheria set it up, because there's been quite a bit of talk that Palmer should be playing in the right forward role rather than the 10 role.
Hmm.
So if that is the case, then it makes space for even Estevao or João Pedro to play in that role again, or even they can think about pushing Enzo Fernandez in that 10 role. Imagine, right?
Hmm.
Because even Andre Santos has been playing in the 8 role,
Hmm.
6 and 8 role. So 6 and 8 could be like Caicedo and Andre Santos, and then up top you could have Enzo Fernandez in 10, and then either side you could have say Garnacho or Gittins, and on the other side you could have Neto, Estevao, or Palmer, right? And up top, obviously, there's Dilap, or even if required, Joao Pedro can also play up top. So it's very fluid at the moment, and that's why I feel like you definitely need to figure out how the team will be set up, because last match almost like 5 6 of our main players were not even on the field.
Hmm.
So
Right.
you cannot conclude anything from that match as such.
Yeah. All right, let's do a quick fire round on these questions. So, best Arsenal 3 to own now is game week 26 a show double for them. So, again, as we said, game week 26 double depends purely on if they qualify for the final. So, it will be a doubles against most likely Brentford and Wolves. Brentford away, Wolves home for Arsenal. So, that's going to be in 26. But yes, it's advisable to be on three Arsenal. But the best three picks, I mean, we all three of us can pick and choose our own. So if I have to go, I would say Gabriel, Timber, and Rice are my three favorite right now.
I second
Same.
that.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, there's some part of me who feels that maybe because I already have Saka, so I should probably not spend one extra transfer, and making that switch from Saka to Rice. since I already have that three Arsenal set in my team. And right now, the only reason why you'd probably think about doing that is if you want to bring in Palmer, and if Palmer is not, turning up, then is there even a need to get him? Then, because you can then maybe just do with Enzo Fernandez in that place, right? And then having Saka, you will be feeling a lot more confident captaining him in game week 26 for that double.
Right. That is also the case.
So, I mean, for me, that's the only reason I am still unsure. Definitely have the two defense. Like, again, like there is a fair shout. Like you could think about, uh, having Raya or Timber, but there's an advantage with having Raya also. So whenever there's like a blank, whenever Raya, imagine like if you have two defenders, then you cannot substitute in another person in that place for exactly that place. If you have Raya blanking in later week, Dubravka can easily slot in that goalkeeper position. You don't need to worry about it. But imagine if you're in a blank game week, you have like some four out of your three out of your five defenders blanking, then you need to make at least one defender transfer,
True.
right? If you're not playing chip. So Raya is advantageous in that sense, in that week. And to be honest, like even Timber has not really been, returning with any goals or assist or def points as such. It's been like a stream of 6 points only.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, now next is what are best Cunha replacement and what about Foden, sell or hold?
Best Cunha replacement would be Rice.
Rice, Bruno,
Rogers.
Rice,
then
Bruno, Rogers,
Rogers. Yes,
one of these
Bruno.
three.
Yeah,
But we are talking about Bruno Fernandes here, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm talking about both Bruno. Bruno.
Both.
no, just Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, Bruno ji, I
I
think
don't think anybody. I don't think we should be advising anybody to transfer in Bruno Guimaraes at this point. Like, if you
yeah,
have him, definitely keep
Uh,
hold of him.
I
Bro,
think
you convinced me to buy DCL. I don't
no,
think
no.
Yeah,
we can ever say that
So I'll tell
ever
you
again.
the good
This
part
season
about
FPL is different.
the only
no,
good.
but then that was, yeah, decent fixtures at that point when I was
Yeah, yeah,
telling
yeah.
you, right? Like, uh, Bruno Guimaraes has just two decent fixtures remaining now, right?
Yeah, that's
So
what I
it's
was
just
saying.
like Wolves away, and then Aston Villa
But
home is even not an easy one. So and to be honest, if you look at his return, he's only returned at home. And how many times do they play in the next five at home? Just twice. Once they play Villa at home, other time they play Brentford at home, right? So imagine that, no, like in the next six they're
Right.
just playing twice at home.
Hmm.
So definitely not a sell, right? Not a buy right now. Maybe in game week 28 when they host Everton at St James Park, maybe you think about
It's
it. Even then,
drastically
after,
overperforming his XG as well.
exactly. So I'm not
I
looking
agree.
at
I
Bruno
agree.
at all this moment. Like if at all anybody, maybe Rice in a defensive midfielder kind of a role, but nobody else.
So Rice, Rogers, Wilson,
Bruno Fernandes, if you can go, like
and
I definitely
Bruno, right?
prioritize
Bruno
one of
Fernandez.
these three.
These are the
I
ones.
think I mean the other two you can easily transfer to from Cunha.
Yeah.
Fernandes you can only get if you have extra money
Hmm.
And keep Foden if you have him.
for the 2 weeks, for the next two
Yeah.
weeks.
I think data suggests it's time to hold for him. Yeah, there's a
Yep.
goal imminent. Um, I think this question did not change, but let's move to fourth one. Is it too early to activate my wild card? What is the best window now? I
24 is the best window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
24 is the best window, but there are a lot of people like us who are not good on the rank. So wildcarding now also makes some sense if you have like
It's a team dependent. Wildcard is always team dependent. If your team is very bad, just hit the button.
well,
Also,
we'll
like
discuss a wild card
right
draft.
now it's just the only difference is will be sort of betting on our assumptions for the 24 wild card, like how we are imagining it to be. uh versus in 24 you'll be a lot more certain of the players because you would have like seen them for 2 extra weeks. So that's the only difference. But would it change drastically? Not. I'm also thinking it will not change so drastically. But in this week, there's not too many fixtures to attack as such to
But
validate a wild card for
this is
most
like
teams.
a
Right.
this is like a similar discussion what we had early in the season, like game week 6 versus game week 8 wildcard.
Four,
Like six,
even four,
yeah, even four.
even four
So
Yeah.
wild card. Yeah,
so four to six wasn't much difference, and then 6 to 8 was also not much difference. So you
yeah.
can expect that to happen, and we'll prepare a wildcard draft just after this, so to get a sense of what we are thinking of. Declan Rice a priority transfer, just a yes or no would do, I think here.
Um, Priority, I
Not
don't,
priority.
but
Not
yeah,
priority.
a
But if
good
he
transfer.
hauls, of
Long
course,
term transfer, yeah.
you'll yeah feel bad.
Wild card. Definitely
Like
a wild
I've been
card.
I've been avoiding rice transfer from last 4 game weeks, thinking that
But
it's not a priority transfer,
I think
and it has
Yeah.
hurt
you got
my
him
rank a lot.
you got him also, right, Suraj?
So I got him for Wolves game as a punt. That was the as a punt I got him, and then I had to get him back out.
But I
But
think
that's
you
the
should
worst
have held
decision I've
on.
made.
I think you
Yeah,
should have held on to
I
him.
mean both.
Yeah.
If I have hold Rice and Thiago, I think
You would have been ahead of us.
that would have been gold. At least actually equal to you. It's not
Hmm.
ahead.
Is Soboslai worth keeping despite mixed returns? I think for the next two, okay, but then maybe post 26 he has decent run. But I think he's just okay pick for next two.
Yeah.
Is Hogun Ekitike fitness minutes still a concern? So that will obviously be the case with him. I think he's still a 75 to 80 minute guy for
Yeah.
me. But I
Yep.
think he does give early return, so fair to hold. Verges sell or hold for a few more game weeks. I think again same thing. Two good game weeks, and then maybe you can move to a Chelsea defender.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Safest captain pick for game week 22. Safest is always
Ekitike.
Haaland, but I am
Yeah.
Ekitike.
I'm
Yeah.
on Haaland. I'm on
It's not.
Ekitike. Yeah, I'm
Me
on
too.
Ekitike. I don't think I will
Yeah,
change
it's
my
an
mind.
opportunity to captain him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to captain or go against Haaland for sure.
Best four midfield you are for next 5 to 10 game week horizons. I think
I
we'll
think we
Rogers.
discussed.
we discuss, but we'll
Yeah,
have it in our wild card also. So, and
Yeah.
same with the
right.
defenses. Okay, so
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's
okay,
cook a wild card draft.
let me just check this once. Mm, yeah, okay. So, so who are we surely going to hold? I think we will sell Cunha. We will hold Rogers. We will not have.
We'll get in Bruno Fernandes
Yeah,
and we'll get in.
Bruno will be a pick. Richards can still be a hold, right?
Yeah,
Gui can be
correct.
Yep.
Krupi, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, possibly.
Do that
One
last.
thing.
If we need point 3, point 4, it's the groupies position that will go.
it's fine. You can keep Groupie. I
Rice
think
to
you'll
be.
have
But who is your
enough money.
keeper choice?
Keller. If you're doing wildcard, Keller.
No, I mean
Let's
it
look
should
at
either be Raya or
let's look at
Sanchez.
Sanchez.
have a look at the fixture run, no? So we have I would I would
I would definitely not do
I
Raya
would go
because
with
he's.
Sanchez, man.
Yeah, even I would take Sanchez because of the fixture, and that's the only reason.
Or Verbogen.
I already have him, but I think his fixture's turn. I don't trust Brighton defense honestly, but
Verbruggen, no.
he's already given the best returns I think that he could have given.
Yeah.
So what is your pick, guys? One pick.
Sanchez.
See, for
Sanchez.
me, 4.5 or Royf, but he's 4.9 now. And that's the reason I'm going with. Sanchez is good, but
Yeah.
it's decent. But I would go with Chaloba over Sanchez if just an opinion. Because
Hmm.
for with
So I
Sanchez,
am
you don't
I'm
get a lot of saves. With Chaloba, you always get Defcon. That's the difference.
I'm
But
also in the Raya and Chaloba
I would
combination camp.
definitely not go Raya. I would double up on Arsenal defense or something, but I would definitely not go. He just kills Arsenal spot, and I think
Yes,
it's not needed.
I
He
agree.
won't give you Raya will definitely not give you anything more than six because
You
Arsenal.
can
Yeah,
yeah,
because he
that
will.
1 million difference is gonna make a difference in your mid and forward. You can
Exactly.
get DCL instead of 4.5,
Raya is
4.6.
5.9. There's no
That's the
point spending
difference.
so much money on him. I think it's better to get Timber in place of him. I
No,
think
so
Sanchez.
somebody who got him from the start, for them, like for somebody like me, for me
Yeah.
Raya right now is 5.7,
yeah,
and if I have to switch to Timber, he is 6.3, so that's point 0.6 difference, right?
Yeah,
So
for your case it
Raya
makes sense. I get
But
it.
will
Doesn't
you be
hurt
comparing
me.
these numbers if Timber returns and Raya doesn't? So that's
let's
the
do
thing.
one
No?
thing.
Because
We'll
Timber,
go with the Raya one right now. But
but there's no point in Raya. I mean, who we are not agreeing, no?
no, we will switch.
Again.
We'll
Let's do
switch.
it. If we
Arey
need
bhai.
1 million somewhere in between, we'll take out
Okay.
Raya.
So we
Let's
are
put Chalobah in defense and Rice in midfield.
Chalo, wow.
Rice. You want to go Rice or
Yep.
Saka? Because
There's no
Rice,
point.
Rice.
because
We've already established.
Let's not make
Like
mistake twice. The same mistake twice. No,
Yeah.
like
not
I'll tell
gonna
you
do that.
what, like I if I'm wildcarding right now in 22, I will start with Saka because I have no idea whether Palmer even starts the next match.
But how is
It's
Palmer
a
related to a choice between Saka and Rice?
because no,
There's
because
no
you
point
in
in
that
talking about Palmer, no?
it's
Like,
like
You can put
in
Rice
that
and Palmer
spot,
is what he's trying to say. Rice
like
and
yeah,
Saka
yeah.
put
if you
Rice.
want.
We don't have enough data points for Palmer right now.
will you still go with
Yes.
Wilson?
I, I mean, I don't have any problem with Wilson. He's been returning,
Yeah, dude.
but I still am against the
N-
keeper spot. I think you can save the
You
money and use it somewhere else. But apart from that, I think everything else is okay.
But you actually, if you think about it, like it costs the same, like having Sanchez and Timber versus Raya and Chalupa, almost
Yeah,
the same.
but Timber has, I mean, Timber and Gabriel have much more chances of clean sheet plus much more chances of attacking return as compared to Chalova. Although Chalova has a good fixture run, but
get DCL.
Exactly.
we don't
So
know how
Oh yeah,
much
Thiago,
they
Thiago.
under the new coach, right? Will he give the same kind of returns? Because Chalova, as I mentioned earlier, Chalova people are keeping because he was also scoring goals. He scored three goals, so I'm not
I'll
sure
tell
if
you what, I'll tell you also something. Last time,
yeah,
Jurin Timber really returned was an assist in game week 19,
correct,
and
correct,
prior to that, there was assist in game week 12,
correct,
and then before that, game week 7. So
correct.
it's not like he's been returning consistently or
And
anything.
what if he
And
gets benched in the double game week? So that is a concern with him.
No, but
exactly.
although he has
Raya
not
will
been
not get benched at all, like in any of that. Like there is Lewis Kelly and Ben White who can come in those right back and those kind of positions. Also, Hinkepi is injured, so Timber is most likely to continue playing in the back, right back role. So he's
I
not going to be
agree.
bombing forward as such.
I agree, but considering the kind of returns that Arsenal have from set pieces, also the considering they're the best defense, also considering Timber, although he hasn't returned, he still plays on the eye test. He plays in like advanced positions. I would still keep him because Raya he will not give you more than six in any
Yeah,
ever.
yeah, true
That
that.
weighed against the possibility of Timber, I would definitely go with Timber,
Hmm. ठीक है,
even
like
if
I
he's
think
not
you
been
should,
returning.
Varun,
Yeah,
you should do bhai Sanchez and Timber.
yeah,
Yes,
Sanchez and if I have to wildcard, I'll do Sanchez and
But
Timber, or maybe even
you
a
want to go double
I would double
defense.
up on this thing because I already kept Chalobah, no?
I even like
Is there
Pickford.
any other good?
Yes,
I even like Pickford.
Flecken. I'm telling you, he's gonna
No,
say
but
one more penalty and you're gonna regret the decisions.
Oh, Keller.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Keller.
Yeah,
I keep on saying Flecken for some reason, but yeah.
and he's gone to the Bundesliga.
no, he's a terrible run from Aston Villa, Newcastle, Arsenal. I would get him for
No,
that.
fixture run wise, Sanchez is the best.
I think
Yeah,
even
yeah, yeah. Fixture and
Pickford.
wise,
I think even Pickford is good.
5.6.
He will
Then
not give you
Raya.
clean
If
sheet.
you're picking Pickford for 5.6, I would go
No,
Raya.
but then we
Put
go
point
Timber,
3 more.
right? Then we go Timber, right? How much we have left?
Not sure.
7.4 in bank.
Oh,
7.4 in bank, we will not have Shaka, I feel. We have one 12.5 in bank and one defender and one midfielder to pick
Do you
from.
think Pedro Neto will start all games under the new coach? Because
Not really.
No,
he was a good pick under.
we will have to
I
have
was
one
planning.
either Enzo or Palmer, right? From 24.
Correct.
Now we can go
Uh,
with Enzo, but we can.
So this kind of a setup will not let you get to Palmer.
so let's say we want to get in Palmer instead of Wilson and keep the fifth spot dud. Like if you want
So
to
you
get
can do like
Palmer,
somebody like a Lewis Miley in that place and maybe get a
Yeah.
better defender. So like play with the 4-4-2 setup.
uh, yeah, 4-4-2 also. But do we have money for Palmer then? Like let's say we want to get in Palmer and fifth position we keep
We
dud.
can
We
do
keep
that. We can do
how much
that
money do we have?
by
This
downgrading.
was possible, no, because we had Bruno and Saka in the team, so I
Let's say
think
we
that's
keep.
possible.
Let's say we keep. How much is Verbruggen? What's Verbruggen's cost right now?
4.5. Let's
Four.
keep
Let's keep
Barugman.
4.5 Verbruggen. And how much money do we have now?
We can have a Sunderland defender. I think Mukiele is fine. Muki
Okay.
or Alderete. Who is cheap?
Alderete, yeah, Alderete
Okay.
is cheap.
Yeah, and they
Okay.
have a decent run.
So do we have money left for a fifth midfielder?
5 mil.
Oh, not bad
Yeah,
Saka,
though.
that's
This is my team money, so you will guys also have similar. Aman will have
Yeah.
higher than me, but
What is your
almost similar,
what's your
just
team value,
1.1
buddy?
or 2 higher, maybe.
mine is
What's your team?
1.2.9, 102.9 value, I think.
So mine is also around the same only. But I think we can do
No,
some.
Dewsbury Hall is for 4.9.
He's
But
there,
he's
but
not
yeah,
yet
you
back.
can
No, he'll be back.
easily do it, no.
no. But my point is, I think we
Enzo
can somehow
Life,
fit in Wilson.
Enzo
Harry
Life,
Wilson. We can
we
somehow
can
fit
keep
in.
Enzo Life.
Harry Wilson.
I
Oh,
would
you
choose
you
Harry Wilson over him, but it's just the money. Somehow we can fit in
money.
Harry. It'd be
Harry
great.
Wilson is how much?
Yeah, I think uh he's 6.7,
Who?
something like that.
Wilson. Wilson was
No,
Wilson.
5.9.
5.5.9.
Oh, 5.9. Sorry, my bad.
Ah,
But
5.9.
I won't
so we
have
need
that.
1 million more somehow. How much is Chaloba?
Chaloba, you can, if you remove Chaloba and get,
We have Krupi, no? Just is there any dud forward position?
Mane,
you can do DC, apna, GUI. Why do you need Krupi?
Not even Gui, the heaven guy, no?
Oh,
3.8, 3.9. The lowest
but
forward. We can just
Heaven
keep
oh,
Heaven is
that,
defender.
then
that
you
forward.
can, that forward. GUI is the dead forward, no? Heaven
There's
is the defender.
Barnes.
No,
There's
there are.
Barnes at
Yeah, there are
4.2.
more. Yeah,
Oh.
let me see.
I think this team looks good for 24 wildcard for sure. If you look at
Mark GUI
these
is also
teams,
4.2.
Mark Hughes for he fell in price, no? 4.2 is the lowest, I think. There's nobody lower than 4
Yeah.
in terms of forwards.
So Fraser is 4.2 and Mark GUI. And
but
there's one more.
but
I
Obi.
honestly don't know anything about Lefay, except the fact that he's on pins, but I don't think I would keep him.
either him or Shaka, 5 million.
Yeah.
No, but we
Some
can
like
save
if you have
funds to get
at
Wilson.
5.1, you can also think of Garner.
Yeah, but
I think
No,
Miley is also good. Miley gets the DEFCON and he plays, I think, as a defender
no, but my point is,
currently.
if you're doing a 3-5-2, you want the fifth midfielder to play all games and be.
No, I mean, I think I was like, if you are going like a cheap fifth midfielder, you'll like maybe in some weeks you can play 3-5-2, and in others you can play 4-4-2
so
if
there
your like
is
fourth defender has a good fixture.
one more call out. Like Munoz is also going to be back by 24 or 5.
More like 26 is what I read.
Do we have a
25,
cheap Chelsea defender?
25 is expected, so yeah, 26 is could be
Keep
like
defender.
he could be
Chelsea,
90
Chelsea
minutes.
defender, cheap Chelsea
No,
defender who will start all games.
But you will have to. Chalobah is
I
the
mean
best
not.
defender in terms of points. So
There's a problem is that there's too much of rotation in Chelsea defense. So the
Yeah,
only
apart from
two
Chaloba.
minutes, surety players are basically Chalobah and Sanchez.
I
Nobody
mean, I,
else.
I think this wildcard draft is perfectly fine, except I would just change somehow Lefe to Wilson, and I'll be done with it. I am absolutely
I think if you want Lefe, like
But
if you want
let's
five
say,
solid
like what Aman was
midfielders.
saying previously,
yeah,
um, if I have Raya again,
yeah.
1 second, I'll have to go back to my initial team. So if I do Raya, I take out Timber, I have 5, I get
So
a cheap defender. Let's say I already do Wilson here, and then I manage money somehow.
the only advantage with Raya is you kind of feel secure and you don't get any headache with Raya. Then like
That's what
with
we
the
were
bull,
saying in the first
yeah,
place.
that's the advantage. Apart from that, I don't think there's anything else. It's
So
just for security.
Krupi can still be GUI, and we have 4.4. 4.4, I can get Mukiele easily.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine to even double up with Alderete and Mukiele. That's
Right,
okay.
even Richards I have, so
Yep. Yep.
Honestly, do you think Thiago would be in the wildcard draft?
Not really.
Can you look at the
I mean,
fixtures of Brentford? I don't think they're good, right? Going
no,
forward,
so
like
They are worst,
so I think
but
people
yeah,
can even afford this one, like because
they can still score.
I don't have point two in the bank, but
right.
Anderson can come, so this could be a wild card draft as well.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. But
possibly,
I
yeah.
Yeah,
mean, the
you
problem
can
is,
stay,
I think,
even you can do it,
no,
Varun. Just make someone dead from your bench.
No, I don't
no,
want
I
to
mean,
do.
see, I think these are very fringe changes that now we're discussing. That's like the major core of the team is
Palmer
here.
dependent.
The only place I feel which is contentious is Thiago.
Yeah,
Rest,
exactly.
everything looks fine.
No, but even
But
like
there's no cheap
for me, it's
forward.
like Palmer and Thiago are dicey.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't go Palmer, would you stick with Saka? Is one, I think, major decision that should be on everybody's mind. Whoever is wildcarding. I mean,
If you don't go
definitely
with Palmer, you get in Saka.
correct.
If you
So
don't go
then
Palmer, get in Watkins.
exactly. So, but whom do you take out then? So basically, Rice you'll have to take out, right? So imagine like the other alternative draft would be putting in Saka in place of Palmer and trying to do something in place of Rice and Thiago. Ideally, if you
Hmm.
can get to say Watkins in place of Thiago, but
We
No,
can't.
but
I'm
then we can both Saka and
No,
Rice,
I'm
no?
saying
And
remove Palmer.
Raya.
Yeah.
no, I mean both Saka and Rice. So you have Raya and
This
Gabriel
could
also. No,
be
how do you do that?
Oh, you remove Raya then.
yeah, we remove Raya then.
You remove Raya, put Saka,
Right.
Saka and Rice,
Yeah.
and you can get it if you'll have enough funds also.
Yep.
So
And
instead, what I'll rather do is I'd not go with no Chelsea. I would rather have Enzo in place of Rice, keep Raya. I mean, but that's me.
Enzo. That's the thing, no. So I think that's why at the beginning of the podcast also I said 24 is the best game week. We have two more game weeks to look at what teams are going to
Yeah.
do. I think
Right. And
based on information,
remember,
I'm Enzo.
the thing is, if you do wildcard now, the AFCON players will be back, and the
Mm.
teams would be performing completely differently. Then you
Yeah.
would need another wildcard to fix that. So I
Bruno's
think
will be
avoid
scrambling
wildcard
for
for now.
Scrambling for Ahmad or
Sunderland will too.
Enzo for game weeks.
Yes,
I think
they're already
Sunderland and
playing better.
Everton, probably these are the two teams which got affected the
Yeah.
India, we are
most.
not talking about India. He's also going to be back,
Yeah, correct, correct. Agree.
and he scored also.
So even this is a fair team, not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if
All
you
right.
can hold your wildcard until AFCON players come
24.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's move to our teams and final thoughts on what we are thinking. Aman, you want to go first? I think this is your team.
Yeah, I mean, as of now, I've made no changes. I've not brought any made any transfers, but it's yeah. I mean, I have Dorgu on my bench, whom I'm absolutely appalled with, and I just don't want to play him. So I'll rather play Alderete on over Dorgu. Uh, and the other option is to play Rodon, who plays Fulham. So I mean, I feel Leeds will concede, although Leeds are
Yeah.
playing at home. Sunderland probably still have a better chance of keeping a clean sheet against Crystal Palace, because Palace have been very poor of late. They've looked very tired. They're not even able to score goals as such. So I'd take my chance with Alderete over there. The only other decision is to make a transfer right now or just roll across the next 2 weeks. But I'm feeling like Cunha is definitely, one place where I want to make a change. Like, I am fine keeping Gordon for the next two, Foden for the next two, Saka for the next two, right? So Cunha then becomes the one position which whom I don't see in my team from 24 at all. So why not just move that player right away to somebody whom I definitely want to get in 24,
I
somebody
think your
like a
team,
Rogers,
yeah, yeah.
because I'm
Right.
already
Like I think you
Yeah.
should, because you have an Aston Villa influence and you have a Newcastle influence. I would say you should go to Bruno right away,
How many transfers do you have?
or either
no Bruno. I can't get to. I would love to. The problem is I don't have as much money in the bank.
No, how
I
many
only
transfers
have
do you
Transfers,
have? Two.
I have one transfer only.
save
Oh,
it,
same.
roll
No,
it.
so Cunha say playing Cunha is not. I don't see too much of an upside
I
playing
think
Cunha,
Rogers
whom I
is
have to play.
Rogers makes sense.
I think you can replace him with Rogers.
But then
Exactly.
if you
So that's what
bring
I'm trying to
Rogers
say.
now, then can you bring Bruno the next game week or after that
No,
24th?
so I will not bring Bruno the next week. No, so I'll bring him in
24.
24 after, with two transfers saved
Yeah,
up.
makes sense.
Also,
Yeah,
like,
makes sense.
I will be able to, the moment I bring in Rogers, I think I might just have enough money. No, I won't.
Foden to Bruno, you
So
won't
yeah,
do.
I mean, but I can do that if I move Foden. Correct, correct. Uh, and
No,
I'll
not
still not
Foden.
be able to do that because I'll be 1.1 short.
Woden is a
Oh,
hold for the
So
next 2 weeks.
yeah.
yeah, so I
Until
won't
his
be.
minutes become risk.
I think something has changed. I think Cunha has fallen and Rogers has gone up,
Yeah,
and
last
I
night.
am
Yeah.
all of a sudden point 0.2 short on my team value. So I'm basically,
Last night
even with two
happened.
transfers, I can't get to Rogers plus. Yeah, looks like I did
Mm.
not. I was like, I didn't want to make an early move, so I was deliberately not keeping track of prices. I didn't want to get swayed by that. So yeah,
So for you, yeah, it makes sense now to move to Rogers and then wait for uh, game week 24 to do the rest.
Yeah, Rogers could
correct.
smash
So
Everton, man.
a little bit, some part of me is even thinking about, wildcard in 24 to
Even I was
fix all the
contemplating.
issues.
For me, it is certain. Like if Palmer is back and running, I am going to hit wild card in 24.
Yeah, even I will most likely hit wildcard in 24.
Do you need to hit
Yeah.
wildcard to get Palmer in?
No, I need to hit wildcard to improve my rank.
No, it's no. I think
That's not a certainty, even
so.
then.
See, there
It
are
is not a certainty even then.
for me the two needle movers for wildcard is Palmer and the other is like the best three Arsenal picks. So this is something, and I feel we might be looking at Rice, Saka, and Gabriel structure in for
Yeah.
26.
Yeah.
If see if it is confirmed as double, I think people will go attack Arsenal, right? And
Yep.
then it will be like you
Hmm.
with Gabriel, you may your clean sheet is locked, but with Rice and Saka, the upside will be there.
But
So
then Saka also won't play 90 minutes both game. He might play
Correct.
70-70 both. So
That's
the
true.
same case can be made for forward also. What you'll get two or 3 points. Even your defense is getting 2 or 3 points.
that is the hedge we have to
That's
do. I
true.
mean,
Right.
Vimarsh, your team.
I was just thinking of saving transfers initially, but now I'm for one thing that I was thinking of was replacing Saka with Rice and getting Thiago for Mark Gu. But now I'm just thinking I'll just replace Cunha with Morgan Rogers and save one transfer. Is what I'm thinking. I'll just stay away from Thiago for another game week and see
But
what happens. So,
your team doesn't scream wildcard to me because of
yeah, not right now. Yeah.
even in 24. So You
The
can get
structure is
Roger.
in place.
Yeah.
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 I think Cunha to Morgan Rogers would be the wise thing to do for this game week,
Hmm.
in my
Yep.
opinion. And just leave it at that. I think because I think Richards will start against Sunderland. I think he'll be back, and Gabriel is there, and I probably might play Senesi in place of, I don't know,
I think you should play
O'Reilly.
Senesi in, yeah.
No, I think like the bench is no, actually you can yeah, you can start Senesi instead of
I
Richards
Yeah,
don't think
I don't
because
think
he
O'Reilly
might
O'Reilly.
starts.
only get a few minutes.
I don't think O'Reilly will get a clean sheet. Also, I think
I
United will
don't think
Richards
score.
he'll
won't get
start.
minutes.
He will.
Huh?
Richards.
Richards played the Carabao what FA Cup game.
The one they lost.
Yeah,
FA Cup.
yeah, he played.
Oh. So I think, yeah, I mean, apart from that, I don't think I have any like imminent transfers to make. I think others I have to hold. Ekitike, I'm hoping returns. Cunha to Morgan Rogers will give me a good this thing, because even if the other option what I was thinking was Saka to Rice and give to Thiago, I would have benched Cunha anyway. So instead of wasting those two transfer, I'll just hold on to Saka and just get Rogers for Cunha and just
Yeah,
be done with
makes
it.
sense. Makes sense.
Hope
Complete
for the
sense.
best and hope that Thiago doesn't score away.
Yeah. Suraj.
Yeah, I am going to mostly transfer out Saka for Rice, but I don't know if it is an upside move or not. And maybe remove Turkey. But what do you think? Seven, you're playing both games. Should I retain
I
Turkey
think
or
Cherki
wait
will
for
play the
team
Premier
news?
League. Yeah, I think Cherki should start this. He didn't play
But
the other match as well.
Yeah.
see, you don't want to play with headache right now.
No, no,
Yeah,
I'm
that
saying just for one game week. I'm not talking about for the next. I'm just saying for United. Do I need to transfer or can I save transfer and
how many do
then
you have?
I'll have three? I have two currently. If I
Oh,
save, I'll have three. Then I can move like
But then you should deal with.
multiple players.
Genuinely feel you
I
should.
have Miley who can cover for Cherky if he doesn't play, but I'm sure Cherky will get that one pointer if he doesn't start.
will Miley start for sure?
Miley does start for sure.
Okay.
I I think you should roll. I don't know.
Roll.
Yes. Please go ahead and roll, Suraj.
I know, like, I'll tell you one thing. So, if you are not thinking of wildcard, then having Timber, Gabriel, Saka is already an optimal structure, right, for 26. Then you may regret, like, if people everyone is captaining Saka in that game week and you have Rice, then you may feel like moving sideways, move there, and like taking a hit or something. And if let's say Saka doesn't do well or doesn't do anything against Nottingham, that is also fine. You are not losing out on a lot because you already have Timber and Gabriel. Like they, you are cutting off some of
Rice point.
Rice points, right? And then with Cherky, I
Take
think
a
it's
punt.
yeah differential.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking to not to like save transfer because I have player on
because
bench
you
who can
you
support.
have because you have Rogers. The only good
Right,
player I like for this game week is Bruno Guimaraes against Wolves, but he's also a small punt.
right. Also, DCL plays home, so
Yeah, DCL is good. So this is my team. I am been thinking of lot of moves. I will obviously use my transfer. I think so. I'm so if it is a midfield transfer, then it will be Cunha to either Rice or Bruno. That
I think
is,
Rice
or
is
Cunha
the
to
Rice,
Rice, Bruno or Enzo. Like these are the three. Enzo is third on my
Rice.
list.
I think you should go to Rice directly and then
If
save
you
the
don't have
transfer for this week
Saka,
and then
Rice.
get Bruno next to
Yeah,
next.
so that is
Yeah,
there. But then I feel like, yeah, that is one move. And then other I'm thinking like by 24, if I don't wildcard, I will want four. And let's say Chelsea, I feel like Chelsea will be attacking, and I feel there will be at least two Chelsea pick everyone will be having. And I will maximum have Chaloba by that time. So I'm thinking why not get one coverage now, maybe for Keen to Chaloba now, and then maybe in 24 take a hit or 25 take a hit, something like that. Because
How many transfers do you have right now?
one. So like if I tell you my moves, it will be let's say Rice now, and then in after Rice to Cunha, then I can move Foden or Bruno G, anyone to most likely Bruno G to um, Fernandez, and then in 24 I will get Chaloba for my one of my defender, maybe O'Reilly. So these are the
Yeah,
planned moves right now.
sounds cool.
Yeah.
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 Yep. I don't see anything else that you can do.
But
There is no direct way for you to fit in Palmer in this team, right? In place of Foden.
Palmer anyway I'm
Like,
not getting
would you
this
have the
season.
money?
I am point
No,
0.5
no.
short.
In 25, it's
Yeah,
say in 25 or 26.
25 I can do that. 24 also I can do that.
Yeah. Then I think you're sorted.
Yeah.
Let me just check.
You're in a great you're in a great position, my friend.
So if is let's say this is my team, right? So 22. Wait, let me reset game week. So if I do substitute, whom am I gonna play? Ekitike will play. Cunha, I take it out. I get where is Rice? I think Bruno train is leaving, huh? So Rice now, and then I will have 2.7 in the bank, and then I move. I don't know if Bruno G should. I should moving Bruno G out, but I don't need to get obviously.
See, if you are, by the way, just like one or two players apart from the wild card, I think that's genuinely great place to
I
be.
think
Yeah.
I will
So
roll in
don't have
23.
to, yeah, you don't have to worry about getting in every player, right?
Yeah,
So even if you're one or two players short, that's okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it is fair. I can do in 24. I have 15, so one will be surely Bruno,
Yeah.
and the other will be Fernandez. Okay, and then O'Reilly will be, I think, Chalova for me. It's just that then I will have to think of somehow. Yeah, this will be the team for 24, which is fine. I can even get, I don't know, next, but money is not there to make Foden to. Then obviously hit is calling for Palmer.
Hmm. If at all you need to.
Hmm. If it is Enzo, then I can get
Exactly.
Enzo. I can even, yeah, Enzo will be nice. All right. So yeah, these were our teams. I think we've discussed anything. Any other thoughts you guys have? Probably, if you want to, let's have a look at. We can talk about the best four midfield that we had left last. So I think again this is like you we will have Bruno, we will have Rogers and Rice or Saka. Wilson is also a good shout to have. And then I think fifth one, if you can keep Dud, that is the best scenario if you are going three strikers. If not, I think the fifth one can also be like an Sunderland or a 5 million Dewsbury Hall Garner sort of a pick that can work. Four
Yeah.
best defenders
Yep.
again. I think Chaloba, Gabriel will be, and Palace coverage will be essential. But then a Sunderland pick 4 million, and I think maybe a Timber is your fifth one.
Okay. One
Yeah.
question. If you have to free fund from one of defense, mid or forward, from where will you do it?
Saka.
I think midfield Saka, yeah. Makes
Okay.
sense to do
I'm
so.
I'm I'm thinking to reduce the weightage on defense
Haaland.
and get it in attack mid.
Take
What
out
what?
Haaland for
Take
Mane.
richest man. Then I'll have the richest bank.
Yes, no points.
All right. So this brings us to the end of our pod. I think again 1 hour 40 odd minute pod, but I think we covered most of the questions after a brief break that we had in few game week congestion. So hope everyone who joined liked it. A humble request to please like and subscribe and please share our videos with as many FPL enthusiasts as possible and help us keep growing, guys. See you in next game week.
Sure.
See you.